Hi, my name is Jennifer Itkinen. I'm Member Support Specialist for Girl Scouts, Minnesota and Wisconsin, Lakes and Pines. Tonight, we are going to be doing an edible fire activity that you can do with your troop or your family. I do have my daughter joining us.
Hello, my name's Annika, and I'm in 10th grade.
Yep. So, yeah, my daughter Annika, she's a high school senior, um, Girl Scout. She's in 10th grade. And this is one of the activities um, that we did with our troops before working for the Girl Scout Council. I was a troop leader in Superior for 8 years. This was an activity I learned at one of our adult training retreats, which typically occur every fall and every spring. And I learned it from the trainer, Gail Close. Um, and it's just a fun activity. I found that um, it works in really well if you do the Girl Scout Way badge, or if you're gearing up and getting girls ready to go to camp. The instructions should be included in the link. If not, it is on our website, which is girlscoutslp.org. And we will first get started. Usually when I've taught this activity in the past, we go over fire safety, different types of fires, but we won't do that tonight, just to make it a nice, quick activity you can do with your family or with your troop. And so I'm going to be kind of tipping the camera a little and tipping it back up. But let us know in the comments if you have any questions. We will wait just a minute or two more just to make sure everybody has gotten a chance to log on. If you can, uh, in the comments, if you can tell us where you are from. So we are from Superior, Wisconsin. And so yeah, we'll just wait a little bit and see. Hi, looks like we have Madeline from San Diego joining us. Welcome. If you do miss this, any part of the video, need to log off early. We will make it available on our YouTube page, so you can watch it later if you want to come back and rewatch different things. Looks like we have Anna and Cloquet. I've worked with Anna many times, so welcome. This is our first time doing a Facebook Live, so you see Annika and I look at each other a little nervously. It's just because it's our first time and hoping everything is going well. So we got a like from Belinda. All right, so I think we will get started with the edible fire. So the first step that we're going to do is our ground and our grass. When you have a campfire, you want to make sure that all of the debris, any leaves, anything that could catch fire, is removed from your campfire site. So for our demonstration, we're using paper plates. to signify the ground. And usually I use graham crackers to signify sand or that the ground around your campfire, but didn't have any on hand, but have some Girl Scout cookies. Our favorite are Thanks a Lots, and I'm so sad that they are going away this year because it is one of my favorite cookies. Is it your favorite cookie too, Monica? Yeah. And they make great s'mores if you've never made s'mores with them. That's kind of a camp tradition too. So we will use this as our campfire ground. Okay. Now I'm going to tip the camera down, but I'll still kind of keep talking. And I will kind of tip it up and down just so you can see what our campfire looks like. So let's see. Here's mine, and there's Annika's campfire. So for our ground, we have that. You also, with campfire safety, want to make sure that you have a water bucket nearby. So we have our cups. Just because we didn't want to tip them over, we didn't fill them with water, but we'll just pretend that they have some water in them. So with that, you can fill it with water, or you can fill it with juice, milk, whatever your troop likes. Then we're going to do the fire bowl or the fire ring. For that, we are going to use M&Ms, but you can use marshmallows, you can use rock candy, you can use gumdrops. So we're going to do our fire ring. Place them in a circle. And I'm sure working with young children don't have the patience like Annika does to not eat them. So just to make it kind of fun, we've got our fire ring to protect our fire. Next, we are going to do the wood part, the actual fire, what's going to burn. So there are three parts. There is tinder. I'll tip it up. And tinder is typically smaller than your pinky. So tinder could also be a fire starter. It could be birch bark. Then we have kindling, which is your thumb to your wrist. Now, of course, on girls, that size is going to differ greatly. And then we have your fuel, which is bigger than your wrist. So for our edible campfire, tip it back down. We're going to lay down our fuel first. And there are different types of different types of fires you can use. There is the log cabin, where it's kind of, you lay two and two and two and two. There is the teepee, where you kind of stack everything up. There is also the A-frame, which typically you use for cooking. And so for this, we're going to use our A-frame. I am using Twix candies. Annika is using Kit Kats. Kit Kats are her favorite. Twix are my favorite. You could also use large pretzels. You could use Tootsie Rolls. So I'm going to make my A-frame. And I guess my Tootsie or my my Twix bars are a little too small, but kind of get the picture. Okay. Annika's Kit Kats turned out a little better. All right, so now we're going to fill it with our tinder that that small piece of wood, birch bark. You can roll up, squish newspapers. That tinder is what catches fire really easily. So you can use shredded coconut. You can use cheese. For our fire tonight, we're going to use the Twizzlers pull apart candies. So when you pull them apart, if we can, okay, you get the little pieces, little shreddy pieces. Put that at the bottom of your campfire. There we go. Then next we have our kindling. So for that, we are going to use thin pretzels. You could use licorice as well. But then we have our pretzels. I'll just take a few out for us to share. So then we're going to put our kindling in. Okay. And now for our fire and coals. We have our hot tamales. You could use red hots. You could use, if your girls or your family, if they don't like hot, kind of spicy candy, you could use maybe red Skittles would kind of work for that. Then we have the coals, or it could be like the flames. You could use candy corn as well to kind of signify that. And so, tip it up. So now we have our wonderful edible campfires. Now you may be thinking, that's a lot of sugar. While we love our candy and our sweets, we can make this a healthy option as well. So we'll put this off to the side. For our dessert, I will have Annika assemble this one. Okay, kind of tip it down a little bit here. All right, so we have our paper plate for the ground and the grass. Okay, then we have some Ritz crackers. For our ground cover. For our water bucket, I put in ranch dressing, which Annika, if you saw her, you'd see her make the ew face. So she doesn't like ranch dressing, but you could use any type of filler that you like, any kind of, if you like hummus or salsa with a healthier. Then for our fire bowl, we have some olives. I was hoping that I still had some broccoli or cauliflower florets to put around for that fire ring, but looks like we ate them all. But we do add some olives. So while Annika is doing that, I guess we can just ask the question about what is your favorite thing to do around a campfire? You want to type in the comments. My favorite thing is around the campfire, I love to cook. I also love to snuggle with my daughter. Annika, what is one of your favorite things to do around a campfire?
My favorite thing is to make marshmallows.
To roast marshmallows? Yep. She especially loves to burn marshmallows for her grandma Grandma likes burnt marshmallows. And it looks like Annika is just about done with our fire ring. Okay. Now we're going to do this a little bit different and do the tinder first. We're going to use cheese, shredded cheese for that tinder. Tip that down. You can see she's got the olives and some shredded cheese for the tinder. For that kindling, we have some carrots. I just used some baby carrots and then just kind of made them more like matchstick size carrots. I think I know in the supermarkets there are some petite size carrots that would work as well. Put one more there. Then for our fuel, we have celery sticks. Oops. A little hard to make into that A-frame. So when you are cooking on a campfire, it is easier to see, I think, with the celery sticks, but you want to make sure that the wind is coming in this direction so it gets under to burn all of that tinder and kindling so that it's oxygenated at the fire. And then our last step for the fire and coals is we have some pepperoni. So I did just take regular pepperoni and then I just kind of quartered it, cut it into 4 pieces. So there is our fire and our coals. So you can think about different creative ways and using what you have on hand to make edible campfires. So does anybody have any other questions for us or any ideas of things that you could use? Kind of looking for fuel, tinder kindling fuel. I mean, we have a dog. I was even thinking you could do edible fire for a dog too, using different sized dog biscuits and using their little kernels too. So it was really fun trying to think of and come up with ingredients that we had on hand during this quarantine time. And so I am so happy you tuned in and watched our little video. I think that's it. So hope it gave you some ideas to do with your family or with your troops. And thanks again for tuning in. Have a good night.